The history of JL's car, my daddy. My daddy purchased this car in 1973. The car was 3 years old. It was always garage kept, and my daddy was the second owner. My daddy purchased this car at the age of 61, really as a retirement gift to himself. He was going to take an early retirement at age 62. The amazing thing about it, I wasn't a teenager, but I remember him saying that this would be his last car. I don't know what my siblings thought, but I really didn't believe him at the time. But it turned out to be true. This was my daddy's last car that he purchased. He enjoyed this Lincoln, this Continental Mark III, for 26 years, from the age of 61, and he passed away at age 86. As you can see from the photos, the paint is really faded. And at times, my brother and I tried to put wax on it, even with a buffer to bring out the color. But that wouldn't work. There was no clear coat on it at all, as you can see. The front right fender, as you see in the photos, was dented by my daddy one day as he was driving into the garage. He got a little too close to the right side and scraped the front fender. He never got it repaired. And years later, when I would drive the car, I was just a little embarrassed that the people on the right side could see that damaged fender. If I may be correct, just for the record, this car is called the Continental Mark III. I know I've used the term Lincoln many times, but the Continental brand was a different division of the Ford Motor Company. Even though the name Lincoln is not attached to it, I still like to say it's in the Lincoln family. As you can see from the photos, that some rust had developed on the Continental. My daddy's car was an early model, the 1970 that came out in late 1969. Therefore, the letters on the trunk were glued on instead of bolted on. So as the car aged, the letters would eventually fall off. I noticed that the antenna on my daddy's car, the tip end had kind of a octagon shape, where some models would have a oval shape. I tried so hard to keep my daddy's car original, especially when it came to the vinyl top. It was in great shape. There was only some rust spots around the back window. Everyone told me that top had to come off, the rust spots repaired under it, and then a new vinyl top put on. The only problem is, I was told by many that I could not find that pattern again. It was 50 some years old. I knew it was called Calvary Twill. They told me and told me you cannot get it. But I kept on searching. It reminded me of the Bible verse that says, "Ask and it shall be given. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door will be open." And I found it. Calvary Twill. The body side molding was an option offered by the Ford Motor Company, but I had some to suggest that when I restore it, to have that removed. It could cause rust. Some thought it was ugly, but it was beautiful to me. It was on the car when my daddy purchased it. I debated about it, but then I decided I'll keep it. The Lincoln Star emblem was damaged during my daddy's lifetime. I knew I had to find one to replace it. Thank you for joining me in this journey of the restoration of J.L.'s car.